Start off since I don't know her. Yeah, everyone, you think you're so good. What's up? Hello, everybody.
Dance stories.
Yes. Hold on. Let me see. Let me pick up my peoples here. See who we have in the building. Here. Thank you. Thank you, young Malachi Keys. All right.
Yeah, we're chilling. How was your week?
My week was great. We've been really busy, man. I can tell you that. We have been really busy. Are we live?
Yeah, we live.
See us on here. Hold on, wait.
Hi, Jack.
I got us. It's my fugazi ass phone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my shit was okay. Here we go. Yeah, my shit was tripping too.
I got it. All right, let me turn it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get the feedback popping. So yeah, man. It's an interesting little battle popping off right now. Royce the 5'9" versus Lupe Fiasco. It's pretty good.
On what? On Versus?
No, going head up, old school style.
Wait, rewind. Can you bring me up to speed? Because this is my first time hearing about it. So let me know what's going on. Because that's pretty interesting.
What's going on where, cats was talking, having barbershop talk.
Right.
Cats that with names, they're on that hardcore battle rap circuit.
Right.
And, someone said, Lupe and Royce, everyone had, I got my money on Lupe or something, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, how that shit starts, that's all it takes.
Right.
So there, they had a couple of little words here because they had a podcast. They was chilling. Then next thing you know, it was on.
Def Eye Radio. What's up? What's up? What's up? Is that V Love?
No,
man. So say word they up there battling.
Pretty good. So check it out. Royce went first.
Okay.
And then, Lupe came right after him. Royce is like trying to keep it more like, skill. Where Lupe is like, it's a battle. So, I want to go, direct this at you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Royce was like, but he was showing art. It's like almost like a setup.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was the first little jab to see what he was gonna come with. And yeah, had to play it about four times. It was like it's good. Then I went draw, then I went Royce, then I went Lupe, then I went draw. Now I'm leaning towards Lupe again. It's it's good though. It's good because it's real, like some good lyrical skill. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had that in a minute. So
that's that good. Because when I tell you, I cannot do
that. Okay. Our guest is ready.
No! Before you go on,
my pager right now. She's
telling me
I gotta check in 911.
Listen, all I gotta say is that for the people who are gonna join in, I know it's like a later time than normal. We usually go.
Already, though.
Listen, this guest that we're about to have on, she has wowed me this whole week. Legend, ain't that right? She kept putting some posts up, and I'm like, she got some great footage. Like, oh my God, she is the bomb. I'm excited to talk to her and find out about Miss KILOLO. I love her name too. I just love it.
Yeah, I love it. So yes, man, this is one of our unsung West Coast legends in the dance.
I love it.
And that's why we have this show.
That's right.
Dedicated to the greatest to ever do it of all time.
Absolutely.
Names were ringing, across the board. And we're going to get to that.
That's right.
She was, but not only, put it on the East Coast, on the West Coast, she made her name known on the East with some of the artists she worked with. So without further ado. On the fabulous, incredible KILOLO.
Yeah, you rocking it to the side today. I'm loving it. Hey, KILOLO.
Hello. Wait, I'm trying to get it right.
How are you?
Trying to get it right. Trying to get centered here.
No, you're not the only one. I've been trying to do it too. I've had my little issues. Like, okay, wait a minute. What? How come I can't? Okay.
There we go.
Going with
now,
the
centered.
Boy, B-Love in the building.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
This week, but B Love will be back next week, y'all.
Oh, V Love not in the house? What?
In the building. But he got to take care of some family business at this time.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's all good. It's all
had to push it back because I had to get off that truck.
Man, more power to you with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's rough.
Oh my God. So you was working so you do I mean, you're here at 7:30, so your hours, you must start early and then just.
I start at 7 in the morning. I try to be there before that, but we have they kind of flexible. If your start time is 7, you can be there an hour before, an hour later. So I can be there anywhere from 6 to 8.
Right.
But I like to start at 7.
Right. Absolutely. Well, you know what? I'm just so glad that you made time to come in with us. You have wowed me all week with some of your footage, and I'm sure that was just some of it, because I have a feeling you got a stash.
I do.
Have a feeling you have a stash.
I was so excited. I got to reminiscing. I'm like, wait a minute. What about this one? What about this one? It was a lot that I couldn't even find. But yeah, I was excited looking at old videos and
No, yeah. Doesn't that make you feel so good about the things that you've done and how you contributed to the industry, period? Because you had young women, you had people watching you, and you did an awesome job. Just looking at the footage that you've given us over the week. I mean, you worked with Debarge, you was on Soul Train. And I mean, I know we're going to get all into that, but I'm just saying that this just gives you a little piece of where I was at this week with you. I was like, yeah, hold on. She is dope. Like, I cannot wait to talk to her.
Right.
Yeah, Lolo, she was ready to push it off for another week just because she was like, I need to get I want to promote her like at least another week. I was like, right. She's ready.
Right, I'm ready to go. Hey, did you talk to Yanni?
No, I got to talk to her all week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hit her up. She haven't hit me back yet. She usually take a little minute though. But I was like, hey, you could get with her too. Because, at one point near the end, our careers separated. So y'all going to have some more stuff to, hear her side. But
yeah, definitely. Because she was one of my favorite characters in Thicker Than Water.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that another time.
Right.
But yeah, man, like I said, you guys were you two were like always my favorite. You know what I'm saying? I was, y'all was always cool. I loved y'all style. So
thank you.
Right around this time, if B Love was here, he would take you all the way back and say, when did it start? Who inspired you to hit your first move?
When did it start? Well, demos. It started with the demos. My mom was a single mom with 4 kids. And it was me, my brother, my brother Lamont, and then my 2 sisters. And I was the baby of the bunch.
Okay.
He was determined, we grew up on the east side, in LA on the east side. And she was determined not to have her kids in the gangs and in the streets so she had to work a lot, but she made sure we were busy. So she kept us busy, nonstop busy. And first, my sisters, they older than me, so they were in drill team. And she was just tagging me and Lamont along, me and my brother. And she was like, wait a minute, this boy is in a house full of women. So she was looking for something masculine for him to do.
Right.
And that's where the football came in. So she enrolled him in football and me and my sisters in cheerleading. And I was 5 at the time. So I was 5 years old when I started cheering for the demos. And demos led to, I cheered for the demos all the way up until junior high school. From 5 years old all the way up to junior high school, I was a demo cheerleader. And then on the off season, we would run track. And so the demos in Baldwin, we all ran track for the same guy, which was Kenny also. And so we run track for him. So the demo girls and the Baldwin girls, the demo boys and the Baldwin boys, we all knew each other. And then we was rivals, and that's going to come back later on. You'll understand where the Baldwin demo thing came in. But then I got tired of it once I hit middle school and I left demos and I got in a drill team. So I was marching in the parades, little Easter parades, the King Parade, all of that stuff. Right. I'm marching all the time. So now I got cheerleading, track, marching, drill team. It was like always something, constantly. Every weekend we was busy. My mom did not give us a second to breathe to fuck up. It was always something going on. We was always busy. And I just love to dance. And so fast forward, I get to Dorsey. So I go to Dorsey. My 10th grade year, I cheer for Dorsey. And Maisha, Dia, Gina, they were Baldwin cheerleaders, and they were a year ahead of me. So they cheered for Dorsey. So now I done ran back into those Baldwin girls that I knew from when I was young. And they were the Dorsey Creepers. And they decided they wanted to make a Dorsey Junior Creepers. Now, this is once I got to the 11th grade. They decided they wanted to make a Dorsey Junior Creepers. And they asked me to be a part of the Dorsey Junior Creepers because they knew me from demos. They knew I liked to dance. They knew I was in the choreography and all of that stuff. So they get me in, and we the Dorsey Junior Creepers. And that's where I met Tanya. I didn't know Tanya all that time. Tanya grew up in Watts. I grew up on the east side. She grew up in Watts. So we both had that, that rough east side background, but we didn't know each other until high school. I actually knew Tanya's sister before I knew Tanya, because Tanya's sister was a cheerleader too. Right. And so I met Tanya. She was a year younger than me. So by now I'm in the 11th grade, she in the 10th grade, and we met up as Dorsey Junior Creepers. And that first performance, so Dorsey, they was known for those pep rallies. We had the best pep rallies, unbeatable. Dorsey pep rallies was the shit. So we get ready to perform. We're going to perform the Dorsey Junior Creepers. The Creepers is going to reveal the Dorsey Junior Creepers. Right. And they come to our rehearsal. And it was whack. Like, we was horrible. It was like, first of all, it was too many of us. It was about 10 of us. And they was like, nah, y'all can't represent us like that. And so they gave us this CD that they had that they used to dance to. And it started with creepers, 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 creepers. It was that music is what gave us the attitude that we had. Right. When they gave us that tape, he was like, okay. And then they was like, well, we want y'all to look like us. Remember, they used to wear like the band jackets when they danced. Mm-hmm. And so we wore the band jackets and we used their music and we redid our whole routine. And it ended up just being me, Tanya, Felicia, Dijon, and Yanni, who ended up being in the singing group Y Envy. And it was us five. That's all. It got cut down to us five. And we did that first pep rally and we was hooked after that. So then we started going to Paradise 24, Hollywood Live.
Real quick, KILOLO, could you explain to we have a lot of East Coast viewers and down south. Could you explain that time era of the Dorsey Creepers, like Creepers, like that's the pace of music before hip hop came in?
Oh, it was like real. It was like real, like bass and techno mixed together, kind of. And it was just like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah. So I don't even know for the other guests, this was like that ultra wave era.
Right. It was that ultra wave type music. And Dorsey was known for having the best dance crews. Okay. You might not believe that, but look, you got to co-sign that. But Dorsey, we had the best dance crews at the time. So it was like the guys, they had graduated. Kenny and Kimball, they had graduated already. Yasa and them had graduated already. And the Creepers, they were all seniors in high school. So they was all pretty much rooting for us to take over that little Dorsey dance crew title, Right. And so that's when we started going to the clubs, and we weren't even old enough to get in. I was the oldest one in the group at that time. And I was in the 11th grade. I was 15, 16 years old. And we weren't even old enough to get in. We used to have to call Jason, Diamond Productions. We used to have to call Jason to come to the door to get us in the club because we weren't even supposed to be in the club.
Wow.
But he knew we wasn't coming for trouble. He knew we was just coming to dance. So he would always come to the door, let us in the club. And so we entered that first, like, let me take it back. So then Suave is Tanya's cousin, and Suave was Tone Loke's road manager. And so Suave knew we was dancing, and Tone was looking for some dancers. And so that's the first person we danced for. We danced for Tone Loke. Me and Tanya danced for Tone Loke. And we didn't do too much with him. We didn't do any like TV shows or nothing like that. We just did, like, he was like promoting. He was just coming out with Wild Thing and he was promoting his album. So we did a lot of like club dates and stuff like that.
Right.
So we did the little club dates here and there with Tone Loke. And then we heard about the dance contest at Paradise 24. And so we go and we enter that dance contest at Paradise 24. And we win the dance contest. Rosie Perez was there that night. And so that's where we met Rosie. She comes up to us and she's like, hey, I got this video shoot coming up. And it was Timmy Gatlin. It was when Timmy Gatlin had left Guy. He was an original member of Guy. Mm-hmm. And he had broke out into his own and he was doing a video. She was like, I got a video shoot and I want y'all to do it. So that was the first video we were in. We was in Timmy Gatlin's help video.
Right, right.
And after that, we kind of hung out with Rosie a lot. And so what happened after? Oh, and then so Rosie, that's when the El Debarge thing came up. So she was like, I want you to dance for El Debarge. So we danced for El Debarge. We did the Real Love video. We did Soul Train. We did Arsenio Hall. We went out on tour with him. So now we 10th, 11th grade going on tour with El Debarge. We and at that time it was like he wasn't like on no set tour. So it was like we was just flying out, doing 2 or 3 days here and there and flying back in. So we was cool, and we flying back in and out of town with El Debarge.
Right.
And in between that, we also met, when we were out with Tone, we also met Eazy. Eazy E. And so somewhere in there, Eazy had called us and asked us to come do that video. And so that's how we ended up in the Eazy E video. And then we knew Heart and Soul, which was Bobby Brown dancers. So we just knew Heart and Soul just from the club scene. And they grew up, they was from Watts too. So, you know, they had that kind of vibe with Tanya because she was from Watts, they was from Watts. And we knew them from the club scene. And Derek called and was like, Bobby wants some girl dancers. So we quit El Debarge. We quit him. Now, by now, we family to him. We like his little sisters or whatever.
Right.
We quit. Oh, we going with Bobby Brown, right? So we quit El and we go out with Bobby. And because we were minors, Tanya's auntie was on tour with us.
Okay.
So she went out with us as the chaperone.
Right.
So we get out with Bobby. And we were out with Bobby for about a month. And he sent us home. And now we done quit our job. We done quit El.
Right.
And Bobby sends us home, right? And Lil Birdie told me that he didn't like having the chaperone. It was kind of cramping his style having the chaperone out on the tour with him. Mind you, like by now, I don't think I had turned 18. I may have turned 18. I'm not sure, but I know Tommy was for sure still a minor. Mm-hmm. But he didn't like having the chaperone on the tour, so he sent us home.
Right.
But he didn't tell us that. He told us the girls was cramping his style. He didn't think the girls fit with his routine or something like that. So now we back at home and we like, dang, what we finna do? We done quit our good gig over here to go with him, and he done fired us. Wow. And so about a month later, we look up, we watching the Soul Train Awards, and he got Shane and Salima. So as soon as he fired us, he hired them. Right. But they were a little older. So, you know, they didn't need the chaperone or whatever. So it was like, wow, we just lost our job. He lied to us. He got some other girls.
Wow.
Right. But we kept working though. So we ended up doing the little Rex and Effect thing.
Okay.
We didn't dance for them. They just was on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast, and they wanted some girls to do a couple show dates with them.
Okay, because I was going to ask you, how did that come about? Like, you out here on the East Coast?
And that was another Rosie hookup, because, you know, Rosie from the East Coast, it was like, during that time, anytime Rosie wanted something,
right,
she was calling us. Because she was, you know, we was on the West Coast. She knew a lot of East Coast people.
Right.
So, yeah, she just called us. They just wanted somebody to do a couple shows. We did that. We did Soul Train, and then it was another, what is that? It was another TV show that was kind of like Soul Train at that time. I forgot the name of it, but we did that show too with them. So we just did those 2 appearances with them, and that's all that was. So then I don't know if that was when I ended up trying out. So I think a year done went by. A year done went by now. So the whole they was about to do an East Coast West Coast battle.
Right.
So they want to do an East Coast West Coast battle, and they wanted 5 girls, 5 guys. So by then I'm 18. So Jason calls me and he's like, yeah, I want y'all to come audition for this East Coast West Coast thing. And I'm like, well, Tanya at school, so I can't come audition without Tanya. And he's like, well, if you come down and audition and you make it, then I'll just put Tanya in the group, because y'all dance the same. I already know y'all got the same style. So if you make the group, then Tanya automatically in.
Wow.
So I go down there and I audition for the East Coast West Coast battle. And somebody showed up that he didn't expect to show up. And all of a sudden, he already got 5 girls. He had got 4 girls, and I'm the 5th one. The 4 girls ended up being Pluke, Nikita, Deborah, and T. And now I'm the 5th one. Right. So ain't no room for Tanya. So I talked to Tanya. She like, okay, well, whatever. Go ahead, do it, you know. So now we practicing for this East Coast West Coast battle. And somewhere down the line, the East Coast West Coast battle got canceled. And so that Paradise 24 battle was going on again, the one that the Junior Creepers had won the year before. So that battle going on. And so we go down and we get in that battle and we win that for that week. Because each week somebody win, and who at the end of that, the everybody who won during the summer ends up battling at the end in the finale, in the finals, right?
Right.
So we win, and now the finals come up, and the rule was whoever won the year before gets to come back and defend their title. So that's the Junior Creepers. That's my group. So now I got to decide if I'm going to dance with this group or that group, because both of my groups now is in the finals for the Paradise 24 battle.
Wow.
Right. So I end up dancing with my girls, and so that was the last time I only danced with them. And then that ended up, I don't think people realize, but those 4 girls ended up being straight ahead. So that was straight ahead, but they weren't named straight ahead at that time. That's how they came together from that contest or whatever. Wow. But they ended up dancing together straight ahead, and that's how straight ahead came about. And I went and kept dancing with my girls.
Right.
So that was just I danced with them twice. Another time I danced with them, it was probably maybe a week or two prior to that, we danced in the it was a celebrity basketball game, and we danced to go to work. So that was the only other time I danced with them. Was straight ahead.
Hey, KILOLO, at least could you give a shout out to who gave y'all the trophy when y'all won at Paradise on the Monday night? Come on now.
Who gave me the trophy?
Ice-T.
Ice-T?
Yes, he was one of the judges.
I don't even
remember.
I don't remember that.
See, that shows you how KILOLO and Tommy was thorough.
Yeah, we was doing so much. We was doing so much. I don't even remember that part.
Wow.
I don't even remember that part. Not Ice-T gave us the trophy. I don't even remember. Oh, I should be. Anyway.
Look, you should have that footage too. They should have some pictures or something, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
I remember I had one picture of that night. And I can't find it. And it was me and my girl, and the prize was $1,000. And so I was holding up the $1,000, and it was Jason was whispering in my ear, "Put that money away." It was like, "You flashing all this money? What you doing?" You know. And so yeah, that was it. That was the end of my little run with Straight Ahead. And Straight Ahead went on to dance with BBD, and that's when Eazy called, and he was like, "I got this girl that I want you to dance for. It's an R&B singer." And that turned out to be Miss Chalet.
Wow.
And we ended up dancing. We ended up with Miss Chalet for, I want to say maybe a year and a half, close to 2. We was with Miss Chalet for a long time. Because I remember that's the time you turned 18 while we was on tour with Miss Chalet. So by then we didn't have the chaperone. Tommy's aunt didn't go out with us once we got with Miss Chalet.
Right.
We was with Miss Chalet for a long time. And
y'all was on the I think I seen y'all on the
we was on the Hammer tour. We was on the Hammer tour.
Yeah, the Hammer tour with True.
Yeah, it was True 357 After 7 True, Miss Chalet, and Hammer.
That must have been off the chain.
That Hammer tour was off the chain though. Hammer was you had a private jet. You know how you tour. You know how you tour around on the in the buses, in the tour buses?
Yeah.
Nah, Hammer had a jet. He had a private plane, not a jet, a private plane that took his people from city to city. We rolling around on buses. He rolling around in a private plane with him. He had a good 200-300 people with him.
Wow, look at that.
On stage. Hammer tour. That was nice. That was probably the most fun we had on that Hammer tour.
Yeah, y'all was ripping it, man. Y'all went for y'all's for sure.
No, yeah, you did. Y'all did all the footage. Y'all were doing y'all thing.
Right.
For real. Y'all were going in. Wasn't you even playing, as I put it earlier.
Right. So then the Hammer tour.
Let's rewind all the way back real quick.
Oh, you going back? I wasn't even finished. But go back. Where we going back to? Where we going back to?
Because we got some OG. All the way, I gotta give a shout out to her brother Lamont, youth football legend, hands down for sure.
Hey, shout out.
We got some OG cheerleaders in the house,
right?
And so we want to clear up this rumor I had them on West Side Live. Y'all did Who Shakes the Best?
Who you had on West Side? Who you had on West Side Live?
Mark Ricks, Wilshire football legend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so he gave it to being a straight diehard Wilshire dude. He gave it to the demos hands down.
Of course he did. Look, I know Mark. Mark better had gave it to the demos. He knew what was up.
Yeah. The Wilshire cheerleaders beg to differ, and the Baldwin. So what you say?
What I say? You already know what I say. We had all the trophies. Not just our boys. You know, the boys went 5 for 5 every year for a good 10-year run. Couldn't nobody beat the demos, and the cheerleaders was right there too. Every year we won the little competition they had. Couldn't wait to do the whole little introduction cheers. We used to kill them on that. You already know. Wait. Who you played for Wilshire too, right? Who you played
Wilshire, but then last year I went to Pico Union, and that's when it really got serious right there.
Right, but who you say? You already know.
I'm gonna go demos.
Right. Then Baldwin. I want to say Baldwin pretty much.
Yeah, Wilshire over Baldwin.
Really?
Yeah.
When it came down,
those 2 hot years of Pico Union, I'm gonna give it for them. The chicks from the university projects, they was giving it to y'all.
Okay.
They was giving it to y'all, Key.
I put it like this. Every year, Baldwin was the one team that we always got ready for. They was the only ones that used to be like, okay, we finna get them. The Baldwin was the only cheerleaders we ever worried about.
Okay.
We killed them every year, but they was the only ones we ever worried about.
Wow. Good for you. That's what I'm talking about.
All the way up, we had Miss Chalet. All right, let's go.
We going back. Okay, so we had Miss Chalet. So we on tour with Miss Chalet. We did all the TV shows. Then we went on the Hammer tour. Then when I think we ended when Miss Chalet got pregnant with her son. I think that's when we stopped dancing for her. She took a little break right there. And then I was done. I was tired. By now we had been dancing for what? 3 or 4 years dancing, almost nonstop, always with somebody, always on the road, always doing a video, always doing a TV show. We was nonstop dancing and I was tired. So in between all this, my mom had moved to Minnesota and left me in California with my sister. Right. So while all of this was going on, I was living with my sister. My mom wasn't really around a lot. And so that's kind of where that hardcore shell came from, that you know, everybody used to say me and Tommy was so mean, but it was like we was hardcore, you know, we was protecting our space. So I was tired. I didn't want to dance no more. I packed up my stuff and I moved to Minnesota, right? So
how old were you again at this time?
By now I was 19.
Okay.
So we danced from the time 15, 16 up until I was like 19.
Right.
So I'm 19. I moved to Minnesota where my mom is. And about 2 weeks later, I get a phone call, and it's Suave's sister. Remember, Suave and Tommy is cousins. Suave's sister and Tommy, your auntie, the one who was on tour with us, decided that they was going to be our managers. Mind you, throughout all of this, me and Tommy never wanted to just keep dancing. We wanted to be rappers. I forgot to put that in there. We wanted to rap, right? So they called me up, Key, you got to come back to Cali. We finna manage y'all. We gonna get y'all a deal, whatever, right? So I get back on the plane. I fly back to California, and that's those pictures you see with me and Tommy back to back in little black suits or whatever. Though that's what they did. They got us the little photo shoot, and then they put us in the studio a little bit, and then Suave is managing Candyman. He's Candyman's road manager. And so Suave is like, you trying to be a rapper? Y'all could just come on here with Candyman. And because Candyman had like a production deal. So he was going to sign all these acts, and, you know, he was going to put all these acts out. Johnny J was going to produce them and all this. Mm-hmm. And so Suave snatched us up from his sister and his cousin, and we go on the road with Candyman. So that's how we ended up with Candyman. So now we dancing for Candyman. We on the road with him. We go overseas with him. So we toured with Candyman, I want to say for about 6 months, maybe 6 or 7 months. And the whole time we supposed to be, eventually going to sign his little production deal or whatever. And we going to dance. We going to be, that's who we going to put out our rap album. Right.
Right.
And, I still wasn't feeling it no more. I was tired. I didn't want to dance for nobody. But like I said, it's done been 6, 7 months and we still dancing. We supposed to be rapping.
Right.
So one time we on tour, and we used to wear like the baggy bottoms and maybe a little crop top or something, but he comes in, him and his wardrobe, a couple of them, they laughing and they joking, and we like, what's so funny?
Mm-hmm.
They had these little bitty shorts about this big, barely cover our butts, talking about y'all gonna wear these tonight, right? I'm like, I ain't wearing that. So we fussing about what we gonna wear, right?
Right.
We forgetting like we still the backup. Nah, we ain't wearing that. We gonna tell them what we gonna do, right? So they like, you gonna wear it or you gonna get a fine. So we put the little shorts on or whatever. We go out and I danced the whole show like this. He looks at me, gives me this look like, I will kill you. I did the whole show like that. Tanya come over there, Key, what you doing, girl? You tripping? She into it, and I'm like,
right.
So, talk about mad. He was hot. So he gets off stage and he's like, he finds me, right? He's like, you can't dance for a week with no pay. You suspended for a week with no pay. Since you don't want to dance, you ain't got to dance.
Wow.
It wasn't funny no more. Like, it was funny at first, but once he hit the pockets, it wasn't funny no more. I'm like, oh, damn, right? So now I got to go out there. I got to watch every show. I can't dance. So I want to say maybe a couple more weeks went by. We were still on tour.
Mm-hmm.
And we get back to Cali. And we had like 3 or 4 days off. And then they had a rehearsal, and then everybody was going to Vegas. So Tanya calls me. He's like, come, I went to Tanya's house. She was like, you ready for practice? I'm like, what practice? Oh, they ain't call you, tell you about practice? No, they ain't call me, tell me about practice. So I calls Candy. I'm like, what's up? Ain't nobody call me about practice because you ain't dancing for me no more.
What?
He fired me.
Because you ain't dancing for me no more.
Right.
Not that.
Really?
Ooh.
Really? Oh, so over the shorts, because I pulled that little stunt and I thought everything was cool. We stayed with him for a couple weeks, but no, it wasn't cool.
Right.
He carried me right on back to Cali and dropped me off. Like,
because you ain't dancing for me no more. Now
right. So I come out. I was in Tanya's bathroom. I remember this clearly. I was in the bathroom on the phone. I come out the bathroom. I'm like, T, he fired me. Wait, what? So now T off. What? No, fuck that. So she calls him. You can't fire her without firing me. I quit. So she quit, and that was the end of everything. Like, he fired me. She quit. That was the end.
What?
So we didn't go out no more. That was the end of me and Tanya dancing together, period. She had my back. She quit for me, but we didn't really do much no more after that together anyway. Because I was done. I was tired. I didn't want to dance no more. I didn't want to be nobody backup. I wanted to be a star. I wanted to be the rapper in front, And so I don't remember at what point. At some point, I ended up saying I was going solo. So I ended up going in the studio, and this is where our career split. I ended up going in the studio and recording the album solo, rapping. And Tanya ended up going into acting, and she danced for Yo-Yo. After that, she did dance for Yo-Yo. And she danced with another girl with Yo-Yo, and then she went into acting. And so you could catch all those old Steve Harvey, the Steve Harvey show. You could catch Tanya in the background. She was like a regular extra on the Steve Harvey show. You remember seeing Tanya all the time on yeah. And that was it. I went on to rapping. I put out a little EP rapping, and that was it. But we had some stories though. We had some stories on on tour. We had a good time.
So when you say that you put out that EP, so what happened with the EP? Where did you go from there?
Well, The management that I was with, we didn't really know what we were doing. So I did the album in Cali, but I was signed to a little independent label in Minnesota.
Okay.
So I went back to Minnesota. I promoted the album out there, and I didn't really have. I was young, and I didn't realize, like, I don't know why we didn't realize when we wanted to rap where we were. We already had the hookups. We already had the connections.
Right.
Especially like when we was with Eazy and them.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Eazy seeing me one time years later. I was at Carlos and Charlie's and I was rapping, doing a show at Carlos and Charlie's. And he was like, I didn't know you rapped. He didn't even know. We didn't even speak up and say we wanted to be rappers. Like, we knew the owner of the label personally, like, hung out with him, and we never told him because, like I said, at that time we was 17, 18 years old, and we didn't even speak up and say this is what we want to do. They just looked at us as we was the dancers. That's what we was doing. And so once I put the album out, I was like a little local celebrity in Minnesota. I did all the openings. I opened up for quite a few people who came out there. And they used to play my little music on the radio in Minnesota, but that's as far as it went. Yep. Started having kids, got married, divorced, all that good stuff, and just started.
Yeah. I get it. You got so much going. Like, when you just to hear some of those stories, I'm curious to know a little bit more about the life on the road with Debarge.
Yeah,
okay, so
tell us some tour stories.
Oh, snap. See, there you go.
Okay, some tour stories. Okay, so on the road with Debarge, again, we were young and we had a chaperone. Now, mind you, she wasn't that much older than us. I think Annie was in her maybe mid to late 20s.
Okay.
But we were teenagers, but she was like, I want to say maybe 28, 29. She wasn't, so she was young too. So she used to hang out with us a little bit. I don't know if I could tell this story. Next.
No, yeah. I mean, I guess this is the part where I ask you if there's moments that just stand out the most. And so with Debarge, is there any good moment that you can share with us that you know that everybody's not going to, at least no one's going to look at you all crazy, but just give us, you know what I mean, a memorable moment out of the Debarge chapter.
Okay, so Debarge, with Debarge, when we first got with him, now mind you, he was, prior to us, he was a love song singer.
Absolutely.
Right. And so he was trying to venture into the R&B, hip hop, smooth, dancing type of stuff.
Right.
He couldn't dance. And so we literally taught him how to dance. Right.
Wow.
And he would be nonstop in practice over and over and over, just trying to get it. And it was always, hey, Key, hey, girl, do we got it? Do I got it yet? And he was just constantly trying to dance and be cool. And it was just funny. It was really funny watching him grow from being this smooth love song singer to trying to learn how to dance hip hop and to do the stuff that we was doing. But it was cool catching on and doing that. But he looked at us, we was his little sisters. We was his baby. And it really broke his heart when we quit. He was really like, for real? That was like one of the saddest things. And we
You guys didn't try to go back, like to try to like work with him again?
No. I think when we I think pride got in the way.
Okay.
We wasn't gonna go back begging with our, we quit. A month later we get fired, and we just didn't go back. And stuff kept coming in. Like, I gave you the short version, but literally this all lasted from the time we were 15, 16 to the time we were 19, 20 years old. Because I remember turning 20. I remember my 20th birthday party when we was with Candyman.
Wow.
So this all was over a long span of time.
Right.
And we were constantly working. It really wasn't a time that we sat at home. We didn't. We were constantly either doing a video, doing Soul Train, doing Arsenio Hall, the Johnny Carson, Dionne Warwick had a show back then.
Johnny Carson. You
Yeah,
said
we did Johnny Carson with Miss Chalet.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have these stories. Yeah. Johnny Carson.
Look, that footage,
Carson, dude.
The footage that I posted, the live show of us dancing with Miss Chalet, that was the Johnny Carson show. And somehow our shoe bag came up missing.
Oh, wow.
And if you look at it close, Tommy got on some white Nikes, and I have on some blue and white Nikes. They're like two-tone blue and white Nikes, and we got on these cute little black and white outfits, and we have on tennis shoes. And it was because our bag came up missing. And so I think it was Tommy looked at the road manager. She was like, what we gonna do? He was like, you gonna dance. Like, what you mean what you gonna do? You gonna dance with whatever you got on, and that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
So that was like one of the things that was crazy on tour. We on the Johnny Carson show live I got on blue and white Nikes and she got on some white Nikes.
Oh my God.
Because we didn't have our shoes.
Wow.
And it was like a couple times. It was crazy, little stuff on tour, like dancing with Miss Chalet again. We went from dancing to tracks, dancing to the music, to dancing live with a band.
Right.
We had danced live with a band with Debarge, but only for the Arsenio Hall show. We had only done it that one time. When we got with Miss Chalet, we were doing live shows with the band. That's what she sung to. Like the whole Hammer tour, it was a live show with a band.
Right,
and we would have to pick up because at any given time, she could just say, go on, and whatever. And the band will start playing and we got to keep dancing. We got to know. And that came with me and Tanya knowing each other and knowing what everyone was thinking. And we would just pick up and keep going. And we might be doing a routine from 10 years ago.
But y'all had it. That's what's up.
Right here because the band want to keep on going.
Right.
And so and a lot of times, Michelle had a bad habit of walking backwards when she was dancing, when she was singing. She would be singing and she loved to do her shoulders and she would be going backwards. A couple times she going backwards and bumped dead into one of us dancing on stage, Oh, I got one. A Johnny Carson show.
Okay. So
we had these ponytails. You remember when the hair used to come on a long web of hair? It was just a long web. And we took the hair and we just wrapped it around our ponytail. And then we stuck it in with a bobby pin. So we had these ponytails on our head and it was just a long web of hair in a wrap.
Right.
Well, we dancing and my bobby pin fell out. So as we dancing, you could see my hair getting longer because it's unraveling. My hair getting longer and longer and longer. And for some reason, I'm always complaining about not getting a lot of camera time. For some reason, that camera was just on me. And my hair, my ponytail unraveling, just getting longer and longer.
And you were just getting busy still, though. And you were still doing your thing.
Right. But she had, in between the dancing, they did the interview with her.
Mm-hmm.
And so while she's over there on the couch doing the interview, one of the background singers is the one who did the ponytails for us. So I'm mouthing to her, come fix my ponytail. I'm telling her to come fix my ponytail. And I'm mouthing it to her, fix my ponytail. Again, the camera dead on me when I did it. Like all this time, now all of a sudden you want to focus on me. It's like the cameraman knew. And on the show, I was looking for that footage because I wanted to post that because it was funny as heck when we finally looked at it and we laughing at the fact that my ponytail growing. And then we see he dead on me when I told her to come fix my ponytail. So that was another thing that was funny.
Oh my gosh. So out of everything that you thought about this week, out of everything that you thought about during this show, going into it, if you was to go back and talk to your younger self, what would you say?
To take advantage of the opportunity.
That's right.
Like I said, we were young and we didn't realize that we were in it. Like we were trying to get to, we want to be the front runner. We didn't realize that we were in it. We had all the tools we needed to be successful. And we didn't even realize it. And yeah, I would tell my younger self to take advantage of the opportunities because we knew everybody. Everybody was good friends with us. Everybody liked us. Everybody looked at us as their little sisters. And we literally could have gotten where we wanted to go if we would have just spoke up and said what we wanted.
Absolutely. It's funny because it's a lot of us dancers that actually feel or felt that way, you know, when that question was asked, was like, you know, taking advantage of that moment or seizing those opportunities or utilizing your resources, you know. So yeah, man, that's I look at that too, you know, and when I think about my younger self, I look at my kids. You say you have kids, right? How many kids do you have?
4.
4. Wow. And how old are they? Like who's
my son is 28.
Wow, my son is 28 too. I got a 28-year-old as well.
Yeah, my son is 28.
That was a
my
good
daughter,
year.
Huh?
I said mine too. That was a good
28?
year. That
was a good year. Word
up. And then my daughters are 25.
25. I have a 25-year-old daughter too. Go ahead.
What's up? My other daughter, she'll be 23 in August. In a couple weeks, she'll be 23. Actually, next week she'll be 23. Happy birthday, Sasani.
Yes,
happy birthday. And then I have a 15-year-old.
Wow.
15-year-old daughter. So 15, 23, 25, and 28.
When they look at your footage from back in the day, what do they say?
It depends on which kid you're talking to.
Right.
Now, my son, he hypes me up. He got my back all day long.
All day.
My mama was dope. My mama was this. My mama was that.
He's doing it. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
He'll tell you his mama was the shit, you know.
Right. And as he should.
Right. My daughter, my oldest daughter, she mellow. She laid back. So, you know, she just gonna chill. She, you know, yeah, that's my mama. My other daughter, now she's a singer. You know, I tried to get her in the game too back at one point. I did a little video, wrote a song, did a video for her too. She loves to sing. So she's a Leo like me. So she'll say it, but not to me. Like every time I post something, she reposts it. She don't like to like really give me a pat on the back. And then my younger daughter, she don't really know none of these people.
Right.
So, you know, when I post something, she'll be like, who is that? And then I'll sing the song for her a little bit. And then she'll be like, oh, okay. I heard that song, you know, so.
Okay. So now you just said that you wrote a song. So now are you writing? Do you do that on the side? Are you a songwriter now?
No. It was just something I was trying to, now, mind you, this is the one that's about to be 23 years old. We did this when she was 12, 13 years old.
Right.
I just heard her voice and realized that she could sing. And it took me back to 1990.
That's right.
And I wanted to put her on stage and, you know, I wanted her to have what I had on stage and this and that.
Right.
But she just wasn't feeling it like that. I kind of made her do it.
Right.
You gonna do this? You know, I made her do it. I wrote the song. I got it produced. I found her a manager and did the video, but her heart wasn't in it. She definitely loves to sing.
Right. But her heart wasn't in it at the time.
She ain't feel it like I felt it.
Right.
I think I wanted it more than she did.
I get it.
Right.
Isn't that something with the girls? I was like that with my daughter. Like it's some things that I could see it. You see it, you feel it. Like, yo, like, what the hell do you not realize? Like, what are you what are you not seeing here?
Right.
But meanwhile, they're like, like,
exactly. And back then, that was another thing back then. Like I said, me and Tanya wanted to rap. We was gonna be rappers. And it was because I can't sing to save my soul. And I always wished I could sing.
Look at
I'm
that.
like, if I could sing, I would have been a superstar, you know.
Look at that.
And then to hear her, she has a beautiful voice. To hear her, there go Amy. V. Edmondson, that's the auntie that was on tour with us.
Hey V, good job. Absolutely good job. Big shout out to
That's the auntie that was on tour with us. Yeah, that was the chaperone.
Yes, that was wonderful.
Right.
Because there's so many kids, not to cut you off from what you were saying, but you know, I wish that there was more people like you, V, that would be able to take some of these kids out to really experience some great moments in their life that are just something that's just unforgettable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, things that can change their lives. So good for you, V. Right. Yes. Man, go back. I'm sorry. Go back to saying what you were saying.
So yeah, where were we? Oh, just singing. Like I said, my daughter has a beautiful voice. Mm-hmm. She just wasn't feeling it. She just wasn't feeling it.
Right.
So yeah, I wish I could sing. If I could sing, it would have been over.
You know, so that's why I asked you about songwriting when you still have somewhat of a flame. Mm-hmm. That talent is in you, and it's going to come out some sort of way. And you never know how it's going to, you know, how it's going to surface. So if you're good, like if you can think that way, you could probably write some amazing music. You know what I'm saying? So you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, you should.
I used to write for her, so I've thought about it. I've thought about writing again. I did. Oh, I have started writing my book though.
Oh, good. You seem like you're so creative. Why not?
I started writing my book. It's called He Was Supposed to Love Me, and it's about the different relationships with the men in my life.
Okay.
Being my brother, my father, one of my exes, you know, like the men in my life that were supposed to love me and the impact that the relationship with them had on my life.
Right.
So yeah, I have started writing that.
Wow, so, I'm looking forward to that. Yes. That's what's up, man. I'm so glad you came by and shared all of this with us, man. This is great. You know, again, you excited me all week. I got to get you to come back because I just feel like there's so much more, you know, that you haven't shared with us.
Man, I can't. Look, you got me on the spot. I got some stories, but I think I might need a waiver to tell some of these stories we got on this road.
Man, we'll figure it out because we would love to have you come back and share some more with us. And because, man, the footage you gave us was absolutely awesome.
Right. Yeah, those was good times.
This is so crazy because that shell she said she had, that is really true. This is the first time, even though I've been knowing her and we was cool. This is the first time I heard Key talk this much. I'm tripping. I'm bugging. But see, like me and Tanya, we hit right off the top. But Key loosened up, so she would initiate the conversation, but then stop. And then just look at me. She wouldn't say nothing else. Stop that.
We was tough. We was hardcore. We had to represent the East Side.
Yeah, for sure.
It was.
I will see you again because, like I said, we're going to work on that LA Demos documentary.
Oh yeah, there go one of them demos right there.
Tamika, but
there go one of those demos right there, Tamika.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you very much.
I'm excited. Key got me excited. See, we still inspiring each other.
Right.
That's what's up.
Right, because Demo's got a whole good story too. So yeah,
it has to be told. It's amazing.
Right.
I'm looking forward to that.
They still, and the crazy thing is, they still at it. They still at it right now. It's I got some of the demos on my page right now. They still at it because it gets fun when you raised in it, and it's so embedded in you to want to help and give back. And so as adults, once I had my kids, I actually went back and was a cheer coach for the demos. And a lot of the people who are coaching right now were demos as kids. They went through the organization as kids, and now they back and they're helping and they're coaching. So yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you know without talking that you're not just gonna be interviewed. You know you like a producer on it now.
Okay, that's cool. Because I got all the people and I know all the questions to ask.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing so much more from you. You have a great, like your energy is great to me. And I felt it going through your IG, going through your Facebook. So I was looking forward to today. Yo, I can honestly tell you, I can see you working with more people.
Thank you.
I can see you working with the youth, working with younger women that struggle with doubt, that struggle with the toss up between career and family. Like you have an awesome story. So keep doing what you're doing. Like for real, like look into that songwriting, Key.
Right. I need to.
Yeah.
I really need to. And you know what? I think, like I said, back then, my daughter is about to be 23. She was 13 when we did this. And I was trying to write then. And just like when I stopped dancing and I stopped rapping, life just takes over and you get so busy and you get caught up and you say you're going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And before you know it, 10 years done went by and
absolutely
still ain't did it. Still haven't done it. And, you know, single, raising 4 kids, just like my mom trying to keep us off the streets, I had to keep them busy.
I know.
So
that's right.
I know. Well, good job.
Great job.
Good job, Mama. For real.
Thank you. And I have amazing kids. I'm proud of them. All 3 of them. The 3 adult ones.
Right.
No problems. Working, doing well, taking care of themselves. So I'm proud of my kids. I have great kids. Thank God he blessed me with some good kids.
That's right. Amen. Amen. Won't he do it?
He will. Yes, he will.
That's right. God is good.
All the time.
That's right. So you out here. We're going to have to get up, Kilolo.
Right. I'm right here in Georgia.
Okay.
Right here in Georgia. Just like I've been out here for 4 years now.
Okay.
I've ran into Kenny one time. I was supposed to go ride bikes with him with his little biking crew.
No, he sent me some information too.
Right.
I think I may have missed that.
Right. I was supposed to go ride with him, and then I ended up selling my bike. I had a bike ready and everything, and ended up selling my bike. So I never went out with him. But I did run into him at the Cali picnic one year, a couple years ago. But he keep in touch with me. He checks in on this stuff. But yeah, I've only ran into him one time. And then his stand that he have, his hot dog stand that he used to have in front of the World of Coke. One time I stopped by because I knew where it was. I stopped by, but he wasn't there. He was like, I said, tell him KILOLO came by.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, we got to get up. I'm right here.
Yes. So yeah, I'll send you the information. I'll get up with you through IG. I'll send you my
all right.
Yeah, so we can definitely get up and do some things. I would love to have you come along with me when I'm going out there to these youth centers and stuff. You know,
I love that.
Love to get you to meet me out there.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm down. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, no, this has been great, man. I know that this is
a different
time for us on a Sunday, but hey, man.
Right on time.
Hey. Look, I've been excited waiting for it. You see me pulling out the footage. I'm in the bag, like, where that
at? No, for real. Like every day you was like, I'm gonna hit him with this one today. This one here. I got it all.
Right. I dug deep, but yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. So.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, y'all gonna do part 2 with Tebow, right? With Tanya.
Yes, we're getting her up here. And I already started writing some things down that you mentioned. So yes, right. I'm looking forward to talking with her.
Right.
It was cool, Kilolo. You know, it ain't over. You know, I'm definitely gonna be talking to you soon. Hook up with Afro. All right, big love. Talk to Kenny. You know, let's all keep connected.
That's right.
Right. That's cool. Let's do that.
Definitely.
Y'all good? That's it? That's it? We done? Right
now, but you coming back. You're going to be coming back because we got some more stuff. maybe even when we talk with Tanya, maybe you can come through again on that.
Oh
yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
I could chime in. I could chime in with Tanya.
Yes, yes.
Tanya been Tanya, good people. You'll see.
Yeah. That's a girl. Yeah.
She did good for me. I ain't even gonna go there. But yeah. Yes.
Well, this was dope. Again, thank you, Key. For real, I'm gonna be in contact with you, and we're gonna have a good time. Now that it's good to know that we have some more people here that's willing to get out there, spread that good energy, get involved. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what's up. I'm looking into. I don't know what side of town you're on, but right now we're on the north side, but we are looking into the Austell area.
Oh, so that's Douglasville.
Everyone seems to be gravitating.
Right, yeah, I'm in Douglasville, so yeah.
Man, we just looked at a couple of properties today. I'm kind of convinced.
Yeah, y'all need to come this way. Come this way. I'm right there. I work in Austell, but I'm in Douglasville.
Okay.
Yep, I'm right down the street.
Yeah. So I will be hitting you up.
Because I was in Stone Mountain when I first got here, so I was.
Everybody went to Stone Mountain when they got out here. It's so funny. Like everyone was going to Stone Mountain.
That's the area my sister lived in, and she loved it over there. I kept trying to get her to come this way. She would not move. That was her spot, Stone Mountain.
Wow, yeah.
So, but now I'm in Douglasville. I've been out here for 3 years in this area.
Okay. Yeah, I know quite a few people that's out there now. So yeah, but yeah, no, this was really nice. Thank you again, Key.
Okay. I had fun.
I know.
I like telling stories. Look, I'm gonna have to clean up some of them, and I might be able to tell them. Tell them on the Tanya's story.
Yes. By then you can get the green light on some of those stories.
Right. I got to talk it over with T first.
That's right. Get the green light on those stories.
Yeah, I got to talk it over first.
We'll be hollering at you soon.
All right. It was nice talking to y'all.
Nice talking to you too, Keith. Thank you. You have a wonderful evening. You stay awesome, stay dope, and all that good stuff. I'll be in contact with you.
Thank you. All right. I'll be looking forward to it.
All right.
Next week. Be love, be back.
Yes, shout out to the audience. As always, thank you for being so loyal and loving us. You came out at a different time and y'all showed up. We got 17 people in the chat, y'all. That's what's up. We love y'all. Thank you.
Kenny and Kim.
That's right. That's right.
Faithful Dana, Tamika, Bashan in the house.
Yep, Day.
Deaf Eye Radio.
Already.
Yep. So one love, y'all.
Thank you. VQ in the house. Yep.
So next week.
Next week. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.